Welcome back to the channel. This is Robert at Retro Car Guy 530. In this video I'm going to talk about third brake light pulsing modules. Beginning with the 1987 model year, all vehicles sold in the United States were required to have a rear third brake light. That was to increase the visibility of your braking actions to the drivers behind you in an effort to reduce accidents. Now I believe the third brake light pulsing module further enhances that safety factor by pulsing the third brake light a certain number of times as you apply the brakes to catch the attention of the drivers behind you to let them know that you're applying the brakes. So in this video I'll be showing you the products that I've installed in my Chevrolet SS Sedan, my Chevy SSR pickup, and the products that I'm demonstrating today are from Web Electric Products. I purchased them with my own money. There's been no endorsement, no money from the company for any sponsorship on this particular video, so all opinions are my own. But I've been a very satisfied customer of that company over the last decade or so that I've purchased products from them. And after the intro section here, we'll go through a section demonstrating the product on my Chevrolet SS Sedan, and then also on my Chevrolet SSR pickup. And I'll show you the installation steps necessary for the SSR pickup because it's the easiest one to demonstrate. And then I'll go over some general summary items at the end of the video. So thanks for coming back to the channel. Please review the automotive information, repair, and modification guidelines on this screen. Seek the advice of a repair professional if you're unsure how to perform any repair or modification safely and correctly. All repairs and modifications are performed at your own risk. I'm now going to demonstrate the Web Electric Products BLP-1 module in my 2017 Chevrolet SS Sedan. When I first apply the brake pedal, the pulser will pulse the third brake light for 4 times and then hold the brake light on for the remainder of the time that the brake pedal is applied. So let's do that one now. And then it goes steady, and it will stay steady during the entire remainder of the application of the brake pedal. But now if I lift up and I'll wait like 5 or 6 seconds here, and you'll see when I reapply the brake pedal that it will just simply hold the light on. It doesn't pulse it. And now I'm going to take my foot off the brake pedal and I'm going to give it let's say 12 seconds here to go in between brake applications. And you should see the brake light pulse 4 times again. This way you don't annoy the traffic behind you when you're constantly applying your brake pedal. And there it is. That was 12-second delay. And now if I let up, give it a few seconds. It's steady. And now I'm going to wait, let's say 12 seconds here. This was installed by dropping the headliner in the rear where the third brake light is attached. And that's removing the C-pillar panels and a couple screws and then dropping the headliner. And the installation was pretty easy. So there's 12 seconds. So there is the demonstration of the Web Electric product third brake light pulsar BLP-1 in my 2017 Chevrolet SS Sedan. I'm going to speed up the video showing you the installation areas for the third brake light and wiring harness. The third brake light in the SS Sedan is tied into the headliner, and the connector is located on the driver's side just inside the headliner area, and the wiring harness runs over to the passenger side. And to get the headliner down, you need to remove the handles on the rear of the headliner were grab handles. There's 2 screws in each of them on each side, the passenger and driver's side. So you remove those 2 screws and that will release the handles. Then in the C-pillar there's a airbag screw cover. Basically underneath there's a Torx head screw. You pull the panel inward, and then there's a clip down towards the bottom side. It gets easily dropped into the trunk. Don't ask me how I know that. I've done it a couple times. So pull in the panel at the top, then pull into the passenger compartment that panel, and it will pull out from the back rear window. And then with those 2 panels out and the handles released, you're able to then pull down the headliner from the clips that are used to secure it to the roof and grab into the headliner a bit so you don't deform the edge of the headliner, and then you'll have access to the connector for the third brake light on the Chevy SS Sedan. There are some SS Sedan's third brake lights that have the foam piece deformed around the third brake light, and you can use the same procedure to get access to that and put that back in its proper place. So with that, you now know how to get in and install a third brake light pulsar for the SS Sedan. I'm now going to demonstrate the Web Electric Products BLP-1 SSR module in my 2004 Chevrolet SSR. The only difference between this module and the one I demonstrated in my 17 SS Sedan is this module has connectors that are customized for the SSR to allow it to be plugged in line in the third brake light wiring harness without any modification to the vehicle or the unit that you receive from Web Electric Products. So let's do the initial brake application. And there's the 4 pulses, and I'm going to let up on the brake pedal, and let's give it like 7-8 seconds here. And let's apply it again. It's still steady. So now I'm going to give it about 17 seconds because this module times out a little bit later than the other one in the other vehicle. I'm going to demonstrate the installation steps for this, which are pretty straightforward, a little bit later in the video, but let's give the timeout period. There's about 17, so let's go ahead and reapply. And let up. If I apply again, still steady. And if I let up again, let's give it like 17-18 seconds. So I believe this adds a lot of safety, potential safety to the driving experience by catching the attention of the vehicles behind you and hopefully braking before they hit you. And there's the pulsing again about 17-18 seconds later. So this doesn't annoy the drivers by constantly pulsing every time you apply the brake pedal. I know I've been behind some modules that do that, and if you're on a cruise with people, the constant blinking can get a little annoying. Again, that's personal preference. It's somewhat annoying to me. Others don't mind it at all, so it's all up to you. But there's the example of how it works in my 2004 Chevrolet SSR. I'm now going to show you the installation steps for the BLP-1 SSR, which could apply to virtually any vendor's products. Just a matter of gaining access to the third brake light pulsar wiring harness in the tailgate. And in this example, I have an SSR that has the carpet piece on the rear tailgate. I do not have the carpet kit for my SSR, but the tailgate does have the carpet piece. Some have a plastic piece on the tailgate, so you'll have to remove that with the appropriate steps necessary for that. In my case, I do have the D-rings installed for the cargo net kit, so I'm going to remove those first. Yes, the D-rings that are very valuable and hard to find. So let's get those out. One. Again, this is all just to get inside the tailgate. Nothing specific here to the brake light module yet. So we've got those off, and now there should just be some Velcro holding this on. And that piece is off. So with that, I have some Torx screws that I'm going to need to remove here and gain access to the back here. So it's a T30. So let's get going through that, and I'll fast forward through this fun in the video here for you. So now I'm going to remove this piece. It is connected by the handle is connected to the interior part, so we can't just lift it out fully, but we can lift it out enough to get access to what we need to. So let me get the camera moved here. Now we're taking a look inside the tailgate of the SSR, pointing at the third brake light area. And I've got the wiring harness and BLP-1 SSR and third brake light all tied together here. And let's point them out individually. So let's use the laser pointer here. That's the input wiring harness from the vehicle right here. And then the BLP connects directly into that. And here's the BLP-1 SSR unit. And then it has a wiring pigtail that comes out and goes straight into the brake light. So that's as easy as it is with that particular installation, the BLP-1 SSR is customized for the SSR. So it's a matter of removing this connector from the third brake light, then connecting the BLP side of that into the harness, and then the other side that goes into the light right there. I've secured the wiring harness with a zip tie here and here to make sure it doesn't make any noise. And I've also used some Velcro or tape on the harness itself so it doesn't flop around in the tailgate, so there's no additional knocking or slapping from the wiring harness. So here are the installation steps for everything I took off, which are pretty straightforward, but in case you wanted to see them, here they are. So I've shown you the steps to get inside the tailgate on the Chevy SSR pickup, and it's pretty simple, just removing the screws and removing the plate that actually holds the handle for the tailgate on the inside, and then you have access to the third brake light. So taking a product like the Web Electric product BLP-1 SSR and just plugging it in line is a very simple installation. I just would suggest securing it with some zip ties like I did in my vehicle so it's not flapping around inside the tailgate as you stop and hitting the tailgate to make noise. With any product that you might use, you should always make sure that you do no harm to any wiring harnesses that you touch. If you decide to solder or cut into it, just be as cautious as possible with that. And that's why with the BLP-1 SSR, it was a plug and play. I thought the cost of the unit was reasonable for the convenience and doing no harm to the wiring harnesses in the vehicle. The other caution I give you here is with any modification to a vehicle, make sure that you're complying with any local vehicle code requirements. I really think this should be functionality that comes with every vehicle. It is common functionality on a variety of motorcycles. I've been a motorcycle rider in the past, and brake light pulsing in the rear is a good attention getter, and I thought it was well worth it when it came to vehicles that are becoming harder to repair as they get older and parts are more scarce when the vehicles are in production. I mean, just general safety feature, and that putting the third brake light pulsar will catch the attention of some people behind you and hopefully cause them to brake before they hit you and not after. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for coming back to the channel.
If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time and you want to, please subscribe. Click that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Please follow Retro Car Guy 530 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks for taking the time to visit the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.